watch it be one of those situations where Larson is like, ha ha ha, you know, you brought Scout, who had the final components, to me, and I will take them forcibly and
more or less puts current Scout in new Scout model, not realizing that we deprogrammed Scout, so he's like, now Scout, kill them, and Scout's like, I can't.
Something along those lines.
That would be really funny. Kind of dumb, but really funny.
Shell seems to have assimilated Wanderer's plot detection powers. I like making plot predictions all the time.
She does. It's creepy.
Wander just makes the funny ones.
I make the funny ones
and
that
then
are
they actually
also
come about.
accurate. Like, I make dumb jokes, and then they turn out to be real, and I'm like, I didn't ask for this. I mean, usually I'm pretty pleased with myself, but it's still just like a, huh, whoops. Yeah, Data Boy called it in episode 1 as a dumb joke, and then it was just
8, 2, 3, 3, 1. Let's try that.
This one.
Yeah. Oh no, a 3-point swing. No.
You.
So really, of the 2, 2, 4, 1, yeah, you only got that one square.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you need to add up rows to figure out what their totals are, so that you know whether or not they'll be good. I mean, that one's a safe bet, but it's only the one.
This hurts.
Yeah, because even doing the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2 isn't going to be enough. But now that you have some X's, yeah, you'll be able to get some of those going.
Some. For like a point. Ugh.
It's likely the most difficult puzzle yet.
Yeah. Really is.
Yeah, because you can't really negate any of the ones that are 4s at the bottom. The 4s, the 3s, the 1. And you can't even put a 3 up there. Oh, hey, but do you know what this does mean, though? 3, 1, 1. 1 point swing. You know that that has to at least exist down there.
Which gives us both of these. Let's see, schedule. Wander to work every day? Yup.
Yep.
Ooh, that might actually be pretty big.
Also, you can whittle down where that 4 is in that third from the bottom row.
This one?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really take a whole lot of time off. I probably should more often.
Yeah, I think we really do need those off days to focus on other things.
Yeah. My main thing is, currently, I don't really have a whole lot to do in quarantine, which is certainly kind of limited my...
I mean, otherwise we would have gone out
hiking
to restaurants, maybe out to a fun event with local friends.
Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know. I need to take a day off. I'm gonna take a day off this week. I just have to figure out when. It really honestly depends on, 1, do we finish Murder by Numbers? 2, how good Gears Tactics is. Because if Gears Tactics is amazing, then I want to play more of it. And if it's kind of ho-hum, then I can just be like, it's a one-off. And then don't play any more of it. If we're lucky, it's really good, though, because... Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah. You know what the 9 is.
Yep. Know where the 3 is.
Not enough to know where the 2 is.
Mm-mm.
Oh, hey, that... Can I take it? Please?
1 second. It's a 1-point swing. So we know this is up here. Okay, do your thing.
Okay, so this. This is a 2. We don't know if the 1 is here or the 1 is there. Now, for... It's
You can
like
lock that
4
off.
and
You know where the
1.
4 is.
Hmm?
Here, can I?
Sure. Oh, because you don't know where the 4... Yeah! The cross for that. Oh, then you get to complete everything.
Hey. Built off of your hard work.
Hey.
Don't sell yourself short.
Eh.
Don't sell yourself short. That has to be one of the 2s.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know if the other 2 is left or right. But yeah, I would like to take some more days off. It's just a matter of like kind of when and what and whatever is going on. The other problem is it's also really hard to take a day off when your hobby is your job.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well, you have more hobbies.
I do have more hobbies, but effectively my problem is if I take a day off, I effectively just do more work of a different variety.
Can I take it?
Let me just... I'm double checking my work real quick.
It's okay.
And making sure everything is squared away. I think you can take it, yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing I've noticed is that a 2 cannot occupy that. So at the very least, you can extend that, which means that you can get that done, which means you can get that in.
Hey.
Which just extends that part of the 3.
It's a whole mood right there. I don't know. I think the problem is
2 ones might be in there.
I really do like this job. And like there's that dumb super cliche phrase of like if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And I think I've been there for a while. There are definitely days where I'm like tired by the end of it or I'm just like, oh, can I?
Sure, you can take it.
Okay, because I can put that there. Which means these 2 are here.
Actually, you know that has to be the 6. Can I take it? Can I take it?
This.
Yes, but can I take it?
Boop, boop.
I want to be able to fill things in.
You can fill it in.
Okay, so that's the 1, 2, 3. Wait, no, I can't
That's
do that.
too much. One too many.
Yep.
But you can cap off the ones on the top.
Where am I cap off?
It's
Oh, you mean these? Yes. That.
Yep.
And that are all 1s.
It's not work stuff. You need stress. You need time to unwind. That's true. My problem is just I always have more things I need to do. Yes.
Because that's the thing. And the 1 has to be somewhere down here. And that 2 is out in the open. 2 and 2 is a little bit too far to fit in there. 2 could either be up here or there. 2, 1. Oh no, there's the 2 other 2s are down there. How many 1s can fit in this row?
All of them. Yeah. It
Sheesh,
still has
okay.
room to spare, which is evil.
And there's a lot in there.
Yeah, if we can figure out where that... If we can lock down that 5 on that...
The 2 has to be somewhere in there, but we don't know if there's an extra 1 in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4, that could be just a 1, and then the 4 somewhere around here. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, so lock that column
that
off.
can be locked
which
off.
X off to the right, which means
This is the 4.
that's connected. Yeah. Just lock that off.
Yep. And that 2 we can't get yet. But this has to be a 2.
Uh-huh.
We just don't know which
And the
way
other
it
one, ooh,
goes.
can I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we can X this all off because this is a 2. Which means the other 2 is over here. Which means we can lock that off because we know that's there.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
You know, can I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that there has to be 1. A 1 is over here, but that 2 has to be here.
Yep.
And then we don't know if it's a 1 or a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. No. Actually, we know that has to be there because of the 5.
Oh, you're right.
So that can get locked off,
And
which
X
means
down
that can't be...
And put 1 up. Nope.
No.
Not there. Just 1 up from there.
This
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. And that one's already blocked off.
Oh,
1,
can I?
2... Yep.
X that off. X that off. X that off because we know the 2's up there. That's there, which means we have a 1 up here. Which means I can X that off. And this off.
Well, then you know where that has to be a 2. And that has to be a 2.
Yep. Which means we know where the 4 is. We know where the 5 is. Let's see. We can lock this 2 off. We can lock this whole 3 off. That's done. Don't know about the rest of this. That's a 2. That 6 is done. 2 can't fit in there. It's one of those 2 other spots. 3 starts here. But we don't know anything beyond that. Ha!
Hey, you have to know that there's an X between those in the first row. Or column.
These 2. Means we actually know where the 2 is. Whoops. That is the wrong click. That's the 2. That's there. Means we know where these are.
Well, that's a 2 and a 2. Then can I take it?
Give me a second.
Please.
Cleaning up my work.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do.
Oh. Well, you've informed me. Thank you. Well, just because you don't do it doesn't mean you don't get the credit for what you've done.
Can I do something?
For what you've wrought.
Please?
But I'm on a roll. Yeah. Alright, I'm done.
Well, I was gonna do that.
Okay. Can I finish it? Puzzle's done.
This is the 2, which means that
And then
that's
up
X'd
left,
off, which
right
means
there.
that this is there.
And we're done.
Finally. What is that?
It's a duck.
It's the blueprints.
For a duck.
Blueprints to scout.
For A rank.
Now we're
Oh
A rank,
no.
which means more puzzles. These blueprints are of you.
These show how to make me. What do these markings indicate?
I don't know, but they look pretty recent. Someone circled a few of the components and made calculations in the margins.
Perhaps Jack Larson made those notes, but why?
A half-finished robot and a stack of blueprints. I think I know what Jack's been doing here. He's building a new scout. He's building a new scout. He's been working from your original blueprints and modifying them to his own specifications.
Knowing Jack, those specifications are likely more firepower. But the scout chassis we found is missing too many critical parts. It'll never work without them.
That's why he wants you.
I don't understand. I don't know where to find the components he needs.
They're inside you. Don't you get it? They're inside you.
We have to tell Jenna.
I bet he's gonna start clapping as soon as they figure things out, and he's like, well, you've walked right into my trap.
I still think Jenna might actually be in his employ.
Oh, no. Tell Jenna what?
Well, but she did just reprogram him. Maybe not.
This is bad. This is really bad. If Jack gets his hands on Scout, he'll tear him apart to get what he needs. We're safe as long as he doesn't know we're here. Ooh, pager beeps. Oh, what? What was that?
I think it came from Hyde's pager.
Here's a new message. You idiot. They're at the lab. Guess I'll have to sort this myself. He's tracking you. What? How?
I'll scan for anything transmitting a signal. It's just Scout.
They should just leave. Why do they need to be here now that they have the shunt and he's fixed? Except they should destroy the prototype before
Set
leaving.
the lab on fire. Good arson solves all problems.
Mm-hmm. Adjust that a little bit so I can drink more water. I need to hydrate myself more.
You do. Loss of hydration bot.
People really
has
want
been
a duck
felt.
emote? You know, when I was a child, I had a rubber duck collection. I had a daddy duck and a big mama duck, and I think it was like a younger lady duck. And then I had 4 duck babies, and then a weird rubber duck that looked almost exactly like the ones that you would see on Sesame Street. And I loved all those rubber ducks. I really do believe it was because of the Rubber Ducky song. The rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun.
I'm going to be honest, there was something about
What?
Ernie, Bert and Ernie that made me very uncomfortable.
They were kind of like roommates. They weren't brothers. They were kind of friends.
Yeah, but I mean, like, intrinsically, something about their personalities just made me uncomfortable.
So they were the classic straw man and the goof.
Yeah.
Because Bert...
Oh, yeah, the standard comedy duo.
Yeah, they are the standard comedy duo of Ernie was always trying to understand stuff, and Bert was always the, how are you incapable of realizing what this is for, and blah, 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 blah. Things like that.
I mean, it really is interesting how pervasive that specific comedy trope is. Because, like, even you and I do it. Like, when one of us is being goofy,
The
they
other one's
flip.
the straight man.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely popularized by, say, Abbott and Costello. Because Abbott was the straight man, and Costello was the goofball. And now it can be misconstrued, but the straight man just means like the straight and narrow, the very uptight and logical one, I suppose. But it was always funny in the case of Abbott and Costello because, growing up, we used to watch Abbott and Costello meet the Frankenstein monster. And Costello was seeing all the monsters, but by the time he was properly able to, tap Abbott on the shoulder after like mewling and screaming to himself, Abbott would turn around and the monster would already be hidden or gone. And he'd go, What are you talking about? There's nothing there. What do you take me for, fool? Brah. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
That was the 1940s. That was fun. My great-grandfather won a look-alike contest down in New York City back then. And we have a picture of him playing cards with Abbott and Costello. He won the Costello portion of the contest. So I suppose you guys know what my great-grandfather looks like. Oh, you're doing the hey, Abbott! Yep. Though it was funny because in that movie, they weren't playing as themselves. They were playing as fictional characters that they had made up that essentially had the same personality. So I think Abbott's name in that was Chet. So it's Chet! The whole movie. But yeah. They were funny. I especially liked it how at the beginning of the movie, the premise was that some crates were they were mail service people, and they were supposed to help get these crates off to Hollywood. And because there was this guy that was going to make a wax museum, you know, like a wax figure museum. And so this you know, show owner, he was like, oh yeah, you know, I have Dracula and the Frankenstein monster. And it turns out that they actually are Frankenstein and Dracula. And I just remember at the beginning how hilarious it was to have Costello trying to read out the description for Dracula, and how this box that he was contained in with the coffin, yeah, it would just slightly creak open, and the little candlestick that he had on hand would start sliding over, and Costello realized it was starting to slide, and he'd shut it, and he'd go, ah, Chet! And then Chet would come over. Abbott, that is. I go, what's going on here? You know, nothing's wrong. But then it was funny because when Costello was really freaking out because the candle kept moving, Dracula was able to get out of the coffin without him noticing and stand up against the wall pretending to be one of the wax figures. And then when Abbott finally decided to just open up the crate, you know, there was nothing in there anymore. He's like, see? You know, you're just seeing things. But the rest of the movie was hilarious too. I'm not going to do a blow-by-blow of it, but... What's the guy's name on First Base? Oh yeah, they did the whole First Base skit. I've never actually seen it in its entirety.
It's not a long skit.
What's on second? Third Base, yeah.
Okay, I actually really do need all hands on
Oh, you
on
need
deck.
me to help?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Well, first off, can I take it?
Sure.
Oh wait, no, you could do 1, 2, and 3.
Nope.
But you do know that that has to be there regardless.
No, that's a good point.
Let's see. But that has to be a 2. There could be a 2 in here before you get the 1. That 5 can extend in either direction. But what that does mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it means that these can't...
These two are locked off, yeah.
Those can't be there. But you don't know about the 2. Is there a 1? And there's a 2. Yeah. You don't know about it being
hold up.
there. Can you take something? Oh, you know that that has to be there.
Because this row is complete a long time ago. I just forgot to lock it off.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Back to you.
Back to me? Okay. What else can we do? I just haven't been looking at it for a while because I was envisioning all those old Abbott and Costello skits. Let's see. Well...
Here.
Oh, yeah, those are done. Yeah, because those are 3s at the top. Oh, hey, that 1 is done. Or, yeah,
That one?
That one. So you can finish off the 8 at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that the 2 has to be in the center over there.
I'll let you get it.
Doop.
Hmm.
But that does mean that the 1 is over here.
Yep.
And that's completely blocked off. Which means that the 2 is there.
And up.
And then the 3 has to be here.
Mm-hmm. Can I see?
That 2 is done. Sure.
Okay, that 2's
2.
done. That's locked off.
Oh,
That's
those are,
not there.
Oh, can I take it? Can I take
That
it?
can't be there. Yep.
Okay. This and this have to be there. And that finishes off that. And that finishes that off.
Which means the 5 extends all the way to the right and finishes off the 2 4s.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah. And then that's there. And that's there. The
Which
2
means
cannot exist
2's
there.
up top.
So it has to go there.
Which means the 4 on the top row is done.
3 can go this way. Oh, this 4?
Mm-hmm. Nope. Other way. Yep.
This way. And the 2 will have to go this way.
Can I see?
Now, is this going to be 2 then?
Can I see? Yeah.
This is the 2 there.
Can I see? Because I'm going to X that off.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see, which means that's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 2. That is done. That's got to be a 2, because that's the 1.
Oh, there's a 2 down there.
That's a 2.
Yeah, right there.
Here?
Yep. Which means that you can block off that on the left. Because it can't be there.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, it's a red button. Tracking device.
Put down Scout. Or, honestly, on honor.
The business card that he had given her.
Right.
But wait, how? They must
why
have had
is she still carrying that with her?
Because he had. Yeah, that's another good question. If he gave that to her at the station,
What kind of weird pack rat is on her?
Because that was from the previous case. That should have been days ago. She shouldn't have to keep that in her jacket.
The tracking signal's being transmitted from a chip inside this business card.
The chip must be really small. Jack gave me this card when we met him at the police station. I forgot I even had it. I can't believe I was so stupid. There. It's broken. But the damage is done.
I suggest we leave before Jack arrives and traps us here.
If we go, he'll destroy the lab, or where would we go, or I'm done running. The thing is, we want to destroy the lab, or is the lab the only evidence we'd have against him? Mm-hmm. No. Clyde and everyone else, though, would be sufficient enough evidence to peg Jack for a ton of stuff.
Not if we really pick... If we can't really pick it on Hyde.
The murder, though? The murder is on Hyde.
Yeah, let's go with where we go.
Where would we go? Your apartment? My place. Jack has money and influence. Nowhere is safe. He won't stop until he gets Scout.
In that case, we have to be ready for him.
Wanders dropping goldfish on the floor. And he's going to be pouring a lot more.
I should move. Okay.
You're right. We need Detective Cross. I said no cops. That was before we were cornered by a murderous psychopath. Ugh. Damn it. No cell signal. That's one of the reasons why they built this place here. Guaranteed privacy. You didn't even have phone lines? If we had to make a call, we used a payphone about a block away. I still remember where it is. Stay here. I'll make the call. Are you sure? What happened to no cops? You're right. The situation has changed. Stay here with Scout. This is really suspicious.
Yep.
Because how can she trust Jenna to call Cross?
Mm-hmm.
And why stay there? Why not all go together?
Yeah. Well, they have to prevent him from just breaking the lab.
Yeah.
And destroying the evidence.
He could destroy the lab, but... Stay here with Scout. Keep him safe. She's right. We have to make sure Jack can't find you, no matter what happens. Payphones. I don't know. Have I ever used a payphone?
I have.
Have I ever used a payphone in my life?
Yeah, this is set in 1996, for those of you trying to figure out.
I can't say if I have ever used a payphone.
I used a payphone a long time ago. I don't remember for what.
Trying to call home all of my change I spent on you. I like that song. Maroon 5.
It was a decent song.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little silly, if only because...
Well, I hate it when any song, any pop song has a rap intermission in the middle of the song. I go, that is so out of place. If I wanted to listen to rap music, I would listen to rap music. I don't want it in the middle of my pop music. Please.
There used to be a huge bank of payphones at the mall. There used to be malls. Now there's like a handful in each area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1996. I was 5 years old.
Like, I remember going to the mall when I was a kid, back when they were still like kind of the only place that you could find anything interesting. And nowadays, it's like going to malls is more just the mall itself is interesting and bleak. There's a couple of good malls, but
I used to love going to Eastview and how there was this carousel within near the food court. And whenever I rode the carousel, I always had to ride the black horse because it was the only one on the first level. And all the other horses were white with the exception of, I think, a immobile brown horse on the second tier. I never liked the second tier because I always preferred to be on the outside of the carousel. But the other thing too is I wanted a horse that would bob up and down, not be immobile. So, in any case, and if, in the rare instance, someone claimed the black horse before I got on the ride, I would wait for the next rotation. I'd say, I'll go next round. But I think that was because I grew up with, what was it? There was the Black Stallion movie. And also, I really wanted to be unique. When I was a kid, I always chose the thing that was, I don't want to say least popular, but it was one of those things where I would try to be unique to the point where if someone else chose the same menu item or the same color of item, I would switch my decision so that I could have something different. But yep. Oh, people are bringing up the Indian in the cupboard. Yes! I have that on VHS. And actually, we collected all the special toys that were available at the grocery store. So we had a couple of keys, the Native American figurine. Wasn't his name Little Bear?
I can't tell you if I've ever seen that movie to completion.
Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. And then there was the cowboy and his horse. I think you had to get them separately. And then the World War I medic.
I can't tell you if I've ever seen that movie to completion.
But the fun thing about the VHS box was that it had a little keyhole on the side of it. So if you got the accessory that had the key, you could open your VHS case with the key. So many of the best animated movies were released in the 90s. The 90s were just an idyllic era. Bright colors, wacky clothes. Man, I miss the clothes I had as a child. I had 3 sets of outfits that were the exact same thing but in 3 different colors: pink, lime green, and then purple. And they were velvet bell-bottom pants with pockets on the sides, like square pockets on the side of your thigh. Man, I love those. And they came with striped shirts with a little bit of velvet along the collar and the sleeves.
I had shirts with really cool looking dragons on them.
What?
I had shirts with cool looking dragons on them. That was about it for me.
Were they the tie-dye things?
No.
No? You just had shirts with dragons on them?
Yeah, I don't know what the brand was. But like Target just had these rad-ass dragons. And there was like a whole bunch of different ones.
I had a huge collection of wolf shirts. Wander can attest to my wolf shirt collection.
Elle's a 3-wolf mooner.
I got that before I knew it became a meme. Okay? I didn't learn about it until I went to college, wore the shirt one day, and some guys were laughing at me on floor because they were going, "You do know what that shirt means, right?" And I'm like, "What? No, I got this on a trip to Maine."
Magnet.
Yeah, supposedly someone had left a review on Amazon that said it was a chick magnet and girls loved it. I mean, I suppose they were right in one respect because I liked it, but I bought it for myself to wear. Nah, there are so many great movies. The only... we don't go to fast food now, but I remember as a kid religiously going to McDonald's every once in a while for Happy Meals so that we could get the associated Disney toys. And I think the only time I ever cared to go to Burger King was because Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron toys had come out there instead of McDonald's.
What about the Page Master movie? I love the Page Master movie, but it scared the shit out of me. Like
a
the
lot
moment
of
you went
anime
into
movies were
horror.
also scary.
Was it horror or is it the Moby Dick one? One or the other. Like that movie was mildly traumatizing for me, but I loved it. I still have never seen the ending. We'd rented it once or twice when I was in elementary school. Loved the idea of it. But yeah, we'd hit a certain point in the movie where I just get too freaked out by something or other and I couldn't handle it. And so then when I was in college, or not college, I think I was still in high school, but it was like one of the last things I organized before going off to college was a movie night with friends, and we're watching Page Master, and midway through, one of the kids was like, "Yeah, I have to go home. You take me home now." And I'm like, "We organized a movie night. I'm here to watch this movie that, like, I've wanted to see the ending." He's like, "No, you have to take me home or my parents are going to beat me." And I'm like, "That's
what?
Bad!" He was trans, and his parents were extremely not okay with that. And so they would take any excuse they could to punish her, I guess. Sorry. I should be clear on that one. But so they did not approve of her choices, her friends, her style, her anything. And so it was one of those that, like, if she did anything out of line, yeah, they would go straight for capital punishment, which is super awful. And I'm really curious. But unfortunately, it was kind of one of those where it's like, I lost some sympathy for her that day just purely because, like, so you only came to a movie night for an hour before demanding I take you home. Like, don't do that. I get it. Your life has problems, but, like, I was just so mad because, like, I picked them up, and then with an hour of them arriving at our house, they had to go again. And it was so annoying. Oh, corporal, not capital. Whatever. Sorry.
What I was going to say is that I realized that Scott reminds me of the kitchen because we had a small TV that was that same color ivory that used to sit in our kitchen with little antennas sticking off of it. I used to watch Sailor Moon and Pokemon off of it because it could catch cable channels, even though we didn't buy cable.
The only reason why I'm immediately grumpy about this is because I still haven't seen the ending to Page Master. And it bugs me because
we can watch Page Master. We'll find it.
Yeah, I know.
We can find it.
I'm sure it's on like Disney Plus or something like that. Anytime anybody mentions it to me, I get mad. These display units look familiar.
They look like you. This must be the screen your body was based on.
If I hid in this stack and powered down my display, Jack might not recognize me.
Good thinking. We'll just have to hope that he doesn't look too closely.